Weather station 1010 wins on 92.3 FM.
Thank you, Dean. 73 right now in Bay Ridge, 71 West Hempstead, Greenberg 70. 10 runs for the Yanks Sunday, 10 runs for the Mets, but only one of the local teams were able to actually eke out a win.
And Brian will start at the stadium where the Yanks climbed out of an early 3-1 hole.
For the second time in a row, here at the plate of the third, Kyle Ymca has doubled. He's driven in the 8th run of the game for the Yankees. They're in front 8-3.
Scoring 7 runs in the frame. The call from Justin Shackle on the fan, and the Yankees went on to beat San Diego 10-7 as Garrett Cole improved to 6-0. Meantime, the Mets a 6-2 lead in the 4th. But the Rockies scored 4 in the bottom half and 5 in the 5th before holding off Buck Showalter's squad in their rubber game 11-10.
You know, it's tough place to pitch. Tough for everybody. These guys, so it shouldn't surprise anybody. So I think the challenge for us is to stay positive with the guys that might have struggled here.
Mets have the holiday off while the Yanks will play in Seattle. Mark Renee, 1010 Wins Sports on 92.3 FM.
Marquee Mark, thank you, sir. Wins News Time 9:55. Money Watch is next.
Welcome to IKEA. Enjoying the spring weather?
Yeah, maybe too much. I got really excited and invited my entire office over for a barbecue.
Oh, well, our Get Ready for Summer sale has offers going on now through 5/29 on outdoor essentials, summer dining, indoor furniture, and more. You'll be barbecue ready without breaking the bank.
I think you just earned yourself an invite.
Nice. Visit IKEA-USA.com/Get Ready for Summer to do summer your way. Offer valid now through 5/29. U.S. only while supplies last. Selection may vary by store and online. See store and IKEA-USA.com for complete terms. Restrictions apply.
Hey, Yankees fans, come out to Yankee Stadium on Friday, June 23rd, when the Yankees host the Texas Rangers for one of the hottest promotional giveaways of the 2023 season. It's Yankees Marvel Superhero Night, and the first 18,000 guests will receive a special Derek Jeter Captain America bobblehead. For tickets, log on to Yankees.com/tickets. Again, don't miss the Yankees and Rangers for Yankees Marvel Superhero Night on Friday, June 23rd. Visit Yankees.com/tickets.
Wins News Time 9:56. The markets are closed, of course, for the holiday as we take a look at Money Watch.
The day is fast approaching when people will again set foot on the moon. It has many asking, who sets the rules? And while there are lots of questions, Bloomberg reporter Bruce Einhorn says territorial claims are a non-starter.
There is a fair amount of consensus that you can't just plant your flag and say it belongs to you.
But there's little agreement regarding the moon's resources.
Things like oxygen, hydrogen, there's also water that's on the moon. Who owns that? Who's allowed to use it? Who's allowed to profit from it? That's still a little bit unclear.
Nevertheless, private companies looking to reach the moon are still pressing ahead.
Even though there is no agreement on the rules for the road, it doesn't seem like that's going to be stopping companies.
The need for an agreement will grow as companies and national space agencies seek to set up shop on the moon. By 2025, NASA hopes to put astronauts on the lunar surface for the first time since 1972. Bloomberg Money Watch at 26 and 56 past every hour. I'm Larry Kofsky for 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM.
The barbecues, the weather, the long weekend can only mean that it's time for the Memorial Day sales event at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
John, you're really going to love Ramsey's Memorial Day sales event on a new 2023 Wrangler Willys 4xe 4x4. Lease for just $479 per month for 36 months and only $40.43 total due at signing.
Check out the 2023 Jeep Grand Cherokee 4xe 4x4. Lease for only $499 per month for 24 months and just $48.58 total due at signing.
And don't forget about the special offers available on all remaining new 2022 model year vehicles in stock.
Hot dog, another summer of sales at Ramsey Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram.
Exceptional people, exceptional deals.
Chrysler MSRP 61,805. VIN number PW684476. Grand Cherokee MSRP 63,655. VIN number P8784906. Includes tax, title, and registration. Expires 5/31/23.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Fixavan tablet, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
WINS, WINS-FM in HD1 New York. Always live on the free Odyssey app.
Winds due time 9:59, 10-10 winds. AccuWeather really nice the rest of today. Sunny, breezy, high 79 in the city. Pleasant this evening, cooler overnight. Low dropping down to 56 in the city. 69 right now, going up to 79. More people get their news from 10-10 winds than from any other radio station in the nation. Stephen Durr is our service aide. Dan Berman doing the writing. Switching to Kakar at the editor's desk. I'm Brian Britton.
All news, all the time. This is 1010 Winds at 92.3 FM, New York.
Good morning. 69 degrees at 10 o'clock. I'm Kathleen Morphle-Calvin. Here's what's happening. As good as it gets, the gorgeous holiday weekend weather holds for today's remembrances and the trip home. AccuWeather and everything you need coming up. Danger at an unguarded beach at Sandy Hook. A 15-year-old boy drowns, 5 other people hurt. Tragedy in the Bronx. Police investigating after the body of an infant was found in a wooded area near a homeless shelter. MTA bus accident in Brooklyn leaves more than a dozen people hurt. Vehicle apparently slammed into the bus. Here comes Manhattan Hens. Tonight's the first chance to see the sunset align through the streets. Yanks win, Mets lose. 10-10 wins AccuWeather. Sunny, breezy, high 79 in the city, but cooler at the beach. Wind due on 10:01. Traffic and transit now. Here's Jody Vale.
And Kathleen, let's go over to the island. We're getting jammed northbound Meadowbrook Parkway right near Old Country Road. That's a broken down vehicle being moved to the right shoulder, but damage done. We're seeing those delays. Southbound Meadowbrook and Wandsworth, not seeing any problems if you're heading to Ocean Parkway. And here's what we see on Long Island's Big Three. The LIE crowds up into Queens. Northern State, Southern State, they're good to go. Let's head to Queens and Brooklyn. Eastbound crash on the Belt cleared at Bay 8th. And those jams cleared out from the Verrazano Bridge pretty fast. And also still clearing out this crash and overturn. It's been out there pretty much all morning. Eastbound Belt Parkway, Sunrise Highway. Only one lane still getting by. Here's what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. On the Hudson side, in and out at the George, it's 5 to 10. Inbound Holland, it's about 5 to 10 too, and so is the Lincoln. And traffic is sponsored by MajorWorld.com. How often have you heard the car you want is at the lot? You get there, car isn't there? Stop wasting time. Go to Major World to choose from over 1,000 cars. No teams, no tricks, straight up honest pricing. Visit MajorWorld.com or call 1-800-MAJOR-AUTO. Next traffic report in 10 minutes. 10-10 wins on 92.3 FM.
Well, if you have to end the holiday weekend, this is the way to do it. Is it going to be as good as it looks, AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeMore?
It does. I mean, look, we have been spectacularly dry and sunny for the entirety of this weekend, and that's going to continue for the city and near suburbs. You'd have to go way down to the very southern tip of Jersey to get into really appreciable clouds and maybe a chance of a sprinkle or a shower. The niceness here today is also part and parcel because of a breeze that's kicking in. Now, that does not necessarily make it the best of beach days. Temperatures at the beaches themselves will hit the low to mid-70s and then start to come back, and it's going to be pretty windy out there, and that also has prompted high risk of rip currents on the city beaches and the southeastern Long Island beaches here today, so please be careful and heed the folks out there on the beaches in terms of whether or not you should get in. Temperatures will stay suppressed a little on the cool side for a couple of days, and then a warm-up to real summer stuff here, upper 80s to near 90 for some inland spots for Thursday and Friday ahead. We'll talk about that in 10 minutes. Kathleen on New York's weather station, 10-10 winds on 92.3 FM.
It has been a great beach weekend. Coney Island beachgoers telling 10-10 winds.
I'm just going to walk the boardwalk, listen to the music, be with the people.
We came for the games, the food, especially Nathan's, and you know the atmosphere.
Some 37 million people are traveling this weekend.
Gassing up. You'll likely find prices a little bit lower this week. AAA shows the national average for a gallon of gas is $3.57, down about 20 cents from a month ago. That's a far cry from the sky-high prices of last summer when the average peaked at $5.11 in June. The area seeing higher prices is out west, where the average is about $1 more per gallon. California has the most expensive gas. Midwest has the cheapest gas right now.
That is correspondent Wendy Gillette reporting. There are many solemn observances today, which is the official holiday that honors the nation's war dead. At this hour, the Intrepid Sea, Air, and Space Museum is beginning its annual ceremony. They will include a fighter jet flyover with the Missing Man formation. In D.C. last night, this after the National Memorial Day concert in front of Capitol Hill. Joe Mantegna and Gary Sinise hosted, and it aired on PBS. Of course, stay with 1010 Wins throughout the holiday weekend. We've got everything you need, including accident updates and traffic and transit on the ones. Beach Day turned tragic at Sandy Hook yesterday. 15-year-old boy drowned. 5 other people were hurt in this mishap at an unguarded beach, Beach B, yesterday afternoon. Several people got in trouble. They called in lifeguards from nearby beaches, and neighbor Marcy Macera told reporters it's dangerous.
There's a bad undertow, a very bad undertow today, and there was a drop. So, nobody should be swimming in that, especially 15, lifeguards on the beach. But that doesn't take away the pain I'm sure that family has right now.
The boy died at a nearby hospital. 5 other people were taken to the hospital. No immediate word on their condition. Wednesday time, 10:05. A grim investigation underway in the Bronx this morning.
The body of a 3-month-old girl was found in this secluded, dense wooded area along the Major Deegan Highway access over a pedestrian bridge from West 161st Street. This man, who didn't want to give his name, lives nearby.
Somebody panicked, didn't know what to do.
Cops ID the girl as Genevieve Kominger, who lived in a homeless shelter a block away on University Avenue. Andre, who says is homeless, lives in that wooded area.
It breaks my heart, man.
Darius Ramsey of 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in the hybrid section of the Bronx.
More than a dozen people hurt last night when a vehicle hit an MTA bus in Brooklyn. This happened just before 8:30 on New Lots Avenue at Essex Street in East New York. Police say an unidentified vehicle slammed into the bus. This witness told CBS 2 News.
It was like a bang, and then everybody looked out their window. They need to really take action, put a light here or do something else, because the stop sign, people just blowing through the stop sign. And unfortunately, it's happening over and over and over again.
A total of 14 people were hurt in that incident. Their injuries are said to be minor. No other details right now. It's 69 degrees. It's sunny. AccuWeather says we are indeed in for a very nice day. AccuWeather's Dean DeVore with us just moments ago saying that. And also giving us a bit of a warning about the rip currents because of this. When the storm further to our south, there's a high risk of rip currents in the city and south-facing Long Island beaches right through this evening. Winds due time 10:06. A deadly end to a family dispute in Queens.
A group of women from a local church sang and prayed across the street from the Plainville Lane home where 25-year-old Siobhan Millings was killed Saturday night at the hands of his uncle.
I don't know what type of person will do that. That's a monster.
Julie lives next door and witnessed what happened just after 9 that night.
I saw lots of movements. I heard a shot. And I realized that somebody was shot. I heard screaming. There was a female voice screaming.
The suspect also shooting his niece several times. She was being treated at Jamaica Hospital. Sources say the shooting, a dispute over cooking dinner. The uncle remains at large. Samantha Leapman, 1010 Wins on 92.3 FM in St. Albans, Queens.
Child endangerment charges for the mother of a little girl found bruised and near death at her Bronx home last week. The charges are related to other surviving children. Soon after, police took her in for questioning in the death of 6-year-old Jenia Lenesia was charged with abusing and neglecting the surviving kids, 8-year-old boy and 3-year-old girl. The little 6-year-old Jalea died soon after she was found unconscious and badly bruised early Friday in the family's Copley home. Her mother was taken in for questioning immediately. A neighbor told CBS 2 News.
Okay, this is disgusting. I don't even know her and I'm hurt.
No other action expected in the case until the medical examiner rules on the little girl's death. At last word, the mother was in police custody awaiting arraignment. A new place for the city to house migrants, a closed Harlem prison. Governor Hochul reportedly gave the city permission to use the former Lincoln Correctional Facility on West 110th as a respite center for some 500 migrants for short periods of time. It was last used as a minimum security men's facility and closed in 2019. In a statement, City Hall says they are grateful to the state for providing the site and partnering with the city to open the space. Mayor's office says some 70,000 asylum seekers have come through intake centers since last spring. More are coming every day, and they say they continue to need state help dealing with it. Traffic is next on 1010 Wins.
I can't wait for what's next. Even with higher stroke risk due to atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Eliquis, the Fixaban tablet, reduces stroke risk. It's the #1 cardiologist-prescribed blood thinner.
Don't stop taking prescription Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or have antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. A spinal injection while on Eliquis increases risk of blood clots, which may cause paralysis, the inability to move. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising, or if you have tingling, numbness, or muscle weakness. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take medicines, such as aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Bad credit? No credit? Any credit? We can help you. Call Credit Solutions, a division of Hudson Hyundai. It's easy to apply right over the phone.
We can help you drive today with only $68 down. Call 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221.
Tier 1 customers can drive a brand new Hyundai with just $68 down.
Like a new Hyundai Tucson or Palisade, only $68 down.
Even a new award-winning all-electric Hyundai Ioniq 5, only $68 down.
Or get up to $7,500 Ioniq 5 lease cash when you lease.
Call 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221.
And all new Hyundais come with Hyundai Assurance and America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
Bad credit? No credit. Call Credit Solutions for a pre-approval today. 800-951-4221. That's 800-951-4221. Or HudsonHyundai.com.
Payments will vary. Credit severity affects approval. See dealer for details.
Wind east on 10-11. Traffic and transit now. Here's Jody Vale.
And Kathleen, let's go to Connecticut. Getting reports of a crash. Merritt Parkway. This is right in Norwalk, exit 40 to be exact. Watch out for those jams there. Connecticut Turnpike getting crowded now. Heading home for the holiday weekend? Well, in New Jersey, we've got a stalled vehicle northbound Turnpike inner roadway approaching interchange 10 for 440 and 287. Watch out for. And debris cleared from the Garden State Parkway. This is northbound right near exit 140, Route 22, Route 82. Watch out for delays both ways. Southbound Garden State Parkway. This is at the Asbury Park toll. And the crash is southbound, but there's delays both ways. And jam ups kick in around exit 105. And here is what you need to know about the bridges and tunnels. It's about 5 to 10 in and out at the George Washington Bridge, but we're seeing some activity as you're heading inbound, so let's make it more 10 minutes. Holland inbound's about 10. Minor delays at the Lincoln both ways. Alternate side parking murals suspended today for the holiday. Traffic is sponsored by SC Johnson Raid. The new Raid Essentials light trap uses light to attract, then trap flying insects like fruit flies and mosquitoes, turning your home into restricted airspace. From insecticide-free protection that's people and pet-friendly, get new Raid Essentials light trap. The next report's at 10:21. 1010 wins at 92.3 FM.
Now, the AccuWeather 4-day forecast. Meteorologist Dean DeVore.
Yeah, let's enjoy it. Mostly sunny skies. That breeze is really starting to kick in. You can feel it out of the northeast, gusting around 25, 30 miles per hour. That breeze is going to kind of come around to the east, even southeast, and that's what we think then at some point this afternoon, if you're in the city, the coastal communities right along the water's edge, get the high temperature to a point and then start backing off the pedal here this afternoon. Cool and breezy this evening, a little chillier when we wake up tomorrow morning than it was this morning. Low to mid-50s in the city, 40s in many of the inland suburbs. Tomorrow's a cool day within a few degrees of 70, nice bright sunshine, but not the warmth that we've seen the last few days. That warmth comes back. It starts pushing back in the low to mid-70s on Wednesday, and then it'll surge into the low to mid-80s for the city. Coastal areas on Thursday. Friday, I think inland areas get close to 90. We are looking at a front to come through later Friday into Friday night with a chance of a shower. Thunderstorm that'll knock temperatures down this weekend. But right now, Kathleen, that is the only chance of any precipitation we see this entirety of the week. Here is that late afternoon and evening one on Friday. 69 now in the city with sunshine and that breeze out of the northeast gusting to 30 miles per hour. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Dean DeVore, New York's weather station. 1010 winds on 92.3 FM.
Winds east on 1014. Coming up next, an update on the debt ceiling crisis.